There is a kind of man the world cannot control. He cannot be threatened with loss. He cannot be bribed with reward. He cannot be bent by fear, not because he is powerful, but because there is nothing left to take from him. Ancient Japan understood this truth long before modern life forgot it. The samurai knew, the man who needs nothing cannot be defeated. This is not a metaphor. It is a psychological law, and it was lived quietly, relentlessly, by one of history's most dangerous men, Miyamoto Musashi. Near the end of his life, Miyamoto Musashi retreated into a cave. He was not defeated. He was not exiled. He left by choice. By then, Musashi had survived more than 60 duels. He had walked through battlefields where others did not return. He had mastered strategy, swordsmanship, and the human mind. And yet, his final act was not to teach technique. It was to write a short, brutal document. 21 lines, no poetry, no comfort. He called it Dokkōdō, the way of walking alone. It was not advice for success. It was a method for becoming unreachable. One line stands above the rest. Do not depend on anything. Musashi understood something most never realize. Dependence is the real enemy. Not hardship, not enemies, not failure, dependence. Consider a modern man, we will call him Kenji. Kenji was not weak. He was not lazy. He did everything he was told to do. He built a career. He maintained relationships. He kept himself busy, but inside there was tension. His peace depended on external conditions, on approval, on stability, on comfort remaining uninterrupted. When praise disappeared, he felt hollow. When routines broke, he became anxious. When loss appeared, even small loss, he reacted emotionally. Kenji did not notice it at first. Dependence rarely announces itself loudly. It whispers. Zen teaches that suffering does not come from pain. It comes from clinging. The samurai observed the same truth in combat. A man who clings to life, to reputation, to comfort, hesitates. And hesitation is fatal. Bushidō demanded something unnatural. The samurai were taught to accept death before the battle. Not morbidly, not dramatically, praticament. Each morning a warrior was expected to imagine loss, his life, his possessions, his status, his name. By rehearsing loss, they removed its power. Zen Buddhism reinforced this discipline. Impermanence was not feared. It was studied. Musashi took this further than most. He owned almost nothing. No permanent home. No attachment to luxury. No loyalty to comfort. Not because he hated life, but because he refused to be owned by it. A man with nothing to lose fights with clarity. A man with nothing he must protect stands freely. Kenji's breaking point did not come from catastrophe. It came from accumulation. Too many small dependencies. He needed reassurance to feel calm. He needed outcomes to feel worthy. He needed a routine to feel safe. When one pillar collapsed, the others followed. This is how modern defeat occurs. Quietly, internally. The samurai warned against this condition. They believed need creates fear and fear clouds perception. Musashi wrote, "Do not seek pleasure for its own sake. Not because pleasure is evil, but because pleasure trains the mind to require stimulation. And a mind that requires stimulation cannot endure silence, cannot endure solitude, cannot endure truth." Dokkōdō is often misunderstood. Walking alone does not mean isolation. It means self-sufficiency of spirit. Kenji began to change, not through ambition but subtraction. He removed small comforts that softened his edge, not dramatically. Quietly, he stopped explaining himself. He stopped seeking validation. He simplified his days. At first, discomfort arose. Silence revealed restlessness. Simplicity revealed emptiness. Zen teaches that this moment is critical. Most people turn back here. The samurai did not. They stayed. Because beyond this discomfort is freedom. When you stop needing it, clarity returns. When you stop grasping, presence sharpens. Musashi wrote, "Accept everything just the way it is." This was not a resignation. It was dominance over reaction. The undefeated man is not aggressive. He is not loud. He is unmovable. Kenji noticed something change. Criticism no longer pierced him. Loss no longer shattered him. Uncertainty no longer paralyzed him. Nothing external could destabilize his center, because there was nothing external holding it together. This is the samurai's secret advantage. A man who needs nothing cannot be manipulated. He cannot be rushed. He cannot be baited. He cannot be broken psychologically. Musashi died as he lived, unattached, clear, standing, not rich, not famous, but undefeated. The world will always attempt to control you through what you need: status, comfort, approval, security. The samurai chose another path. They reduced themselves until nothing could be taken. This is not withdrawal from life. It is an engagement without chains. The man who needs nothing does not escape the world. He walks through it untouched. And in that condition, he cannot be defeated.